Mame mamo akwaba enfamo braga na nsem TV GH. Mesrel like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification so that anytime videos of this nature are uploaded, I will send back. Ebushanfo beye 1 or 2 weeks nina one particular software be a trendy our social media so. Now the reason as of no trending is say onwa ako confess say 2024 election no or ye nyama ba ku mienu bi a rituals bi a rituals ne mu no we ku nantwe ba ku maku 32 na osi ye papa chairman asiedu nketia a oye NDC4 chairman a osan ye NDC4 incoming flag bearer no onu chairman asiedu nketia nem se onu sasofo no sad ade na waye ediboa NDC na generate conversation bebre a nipa bebre ka say ba na ntwe de say obi bia onim sunsum nyama and I say spiritual staff can know say when anybody uses a nantwe a cow, the highest probability is say it stands for human beings. Okay, and people were even drawing a similarity between say about say na papa we say a nantwe maku 32 and on one sacrifice na nsi nso koto a na nipa yeti say onwewu no 32 and I say what 30s mo. And all these conversations we are we are not even done yet. But also for is not drawing back, still okasa. And I'll see 1932 or no or claim say in the run up to election 2024 or sacrifice no. And yen turn no cha.
Mesu me NDC ni o. Mesu me NDC ni. Enti me boaye e ma NDC be gyan akunya. When kumunantwe maku 32 the whole region na wo Ghana ha me ko bia
na say ye pa yen konenko bisa siedu nketia again osanka say enye onu ankasa ni bottom sika na auditor na ntwe no mpo dabi eye NDC for na wo mato na ntwe na ama no say on fanye sacrifices no osanko su ka say onu sa sofo na oye susum sorry sofo no wakwa spend 1 week e wo Kumasi edi ye nyama ema NDC4 again osanka say ono region bia ne Ghana ha wankwa konye akwanchira ma NDC4 before 2024 election. Busan for me question is simple. Say you see ye call election. But muntie ni ye o. Say you see ye call election. Now election no ye pese yen call 7 nipa. Number 1. Number 2 ye pese yen develop your mind. Why then will a party be willing to make all these type of occultic rituals just to influence people's mind? Say, omukwa emamu to abapa. But are you following my argument? We are all going to a race, but the race, no, it is because we want to come and develop our motherland. We think that we have the best idea. Na campaign nature no, na mo kwa consult occultic powers to influence people in a certain manner. And na be and nature say any say sacrifices be ena NDC for year before 2024 election and sa come share by say yakupon see John Mahama His Excellency no na kuma society or the minor man and sa come sharing na intro because Bible la catch say Nyakupon any bal ain't meeting na bebe fako. And when you go into the Old Testament, when they brought the Ark of Covenant into the same room as the deities of Baal na, what me say anopa biano na deity no na shiho. So God, any area, Holy Spirit, and evil spirit cannot be working on the same assignment. So 2028 bana osofo bi sambe kachire mu say ni say you see that there be You cannot take it. Wholesale, so I said, Debbie. That is why we are making time, to bring some of these discoveries to your attention. They say, and YouTube hankwa, because YouTube had a majority of our viewers and penny for omunimdi. In fact, Facebook also TikTok also, but we are also selling the same message to the youth. So if you say you're posting videos, no TikTok, you're posting no a bit Facebook. Yeah. Because we cannot take any chance anymore. Debbie, we cannot.
32 cows for General Mosquito's NDC victory. Emperor Bishop Bediakum. Now it's our social media. A video that has gone viral, and it captures a spiritualist by name Emperor Bishop Bediakum shouting on top of his voice how he has helped the NDC come into power. What happened? How much did he really spend? And what exactly is he crying about? My brother, my sister, this is the bishop. And
Miss me NDC new. Miss me NDC ni. Enti me boye am NDC begin akunya. Men kumunenche maku 32. The whole region na wo Ghana ha me ko ba bia. Sa ho no de wonfa ho no nyina full video na nyede. Amma. Na General Mosquito onimme. Enti I don't know wonfa sa full video na ma. On atwitwa so short no. Nankum nantwe no wo General Mosquito fi. Nankum mi fi. Me yesunsun sorry sofo.
okay.
Me yesunsun sorry sofo. Enti mi kum nantwe kum odwan kum abroma. Nantwe 32 ndie. Metini aka say NDC for the TI. Ba me mo obi adi. NDC for the TI ka. Anya me na mti aka. Wo mu no mti aka. Wo mu ma na dwuma se menye ma wo mu. Na me yema wo mu so. Me make sure se ma me ka kire pani bi a me nim no a ono so ni me say. Kumase. Metini abo ma Kumase. Unwa yini big balance wo ho a na me say yes me ye enso. Me ko de Kumase for 1 week. Read that what Ghana baby and Wamanko. Gentlemen, be a friend, Mr. Ben. So see the boy, I have evidences, evidences. And you be a Jumano Kurano, you be a Jumano, that was you be a Jumano. And so some Babadama Soprana, so that's my. Recently, after that, Omokasi, make us meet here some from Bracano. Ni omori aba no meka che obe shock o fast than my.
Wow.
We are so support. Make what make TV so be any in Ghana. I don't know you know me.
Papa.
Yeah. That's Auntie. Thanks for joining. We've been joined with, by the official spokesperson for the, I think, Urban Development Committee of the New Patriotic Party, and then also we have the political aide, Dr. Mamudu Baumia, watching us. She doesn't know that I know that she has joined, but she is down there watching us. Honorable Akusha Minu, incoming MP for Adenta. I will be also Akwaba, and Raymond also Akwaba. Now let me go to Raymond 7 minutes and go to Mayor. Yeah, Raymond, then I go.
Okay. We are better me talk catch up papa. Yasia be share bi na me fa kwanya we so enka say obi bia atorenchem we to ni bia no on shedding na the wahwere ne nkwa yentumi man kwa ne ma. And this is what Nana Addo Dankwa, the visionary, let to me catch say we know how to bring the economy back, but we don't know how to bring lives back. And it was like my vision. Papa no any so di huni chire sampa a ban say asemo to yen onim kwa be fa so a yen nwen sika ho and because obi e prema ni anye prema ni anye security penny prema ni, you know. I think say this is where the thing is. When there's a problem, you don't mind spending to solve the problem and then finish and come back. no matter how I be squeezy to get it back, Mayana, it should not be the problem. But that's whether to save life or to let the money be in it. I think say now the Danko Kufuor chair say yes, he's a true leader. So yet me found Kwanima. The Abeka chair or more or mushroom this year and say Mamon shedding. I mean, and to what said it here, you will never understand the pain. Obe Lucy will be in such manner where any pana yare or da or cry you may think, oh, I ban saying, and yes, I'm for when you're more or mushroom on your my grappa dear, Kakra mechanic say, you won't quite your wade. Hina, ye de consul, a bona pie, young yedia, your wade, it's no, your best show crying. Now, voice, Mahama dear. I'm not surprised to see this. I mean, Ebra Sebi Corona Che Ghana had no more than no. You share Mampany, a mapa, and a hokeka, and a brand new Abrimushi, a Mubiana, or one woodia. And you see, NDC is full of hypocrisy. If you see the way our papa way at a helicopter, now 1 year and him to say, Assam no iron the mobile, Assam no fan Huama. And if you look at him, the following day now, and I said that day now, and I said, Papa, much yes, cheer. I don't know cheers to what. I mean, there are some things, we should do. Even the holiday should have been declared as National Mourning Day. I mean, Saddam, I was saying, say, okay, I was a matter to a minor. Holiday day, I bet to yang, but a National Mourning Day to mourn the affected people. Cry with them, and I say, you knew more ebe soon adrian bumuno. What dear, a mirror no sambre numuno, and now all much yes, it will be him. Sabre Muna, who said, I was saying a fancy, Eddie, na shema me penny, bad time, na shed dear, ubiba, you have fun so not create the whole hata. And then, why Ghana day, what's the horn no more say, be dear mind so. If you say, yen na ye penny and no one. Nasem a torrenting we have to a minor. Why yet party Thanksgiving? I don't know what Mahama is thinking. Who Mahama is thinking? What Mahama is thinking? What I can't even comprehend. Like, I mean, okay, one now I don't blame him. I mean, me blame me Ghana for say I'm money to any debt. What I say now, say yeah, kase yeah, bet 2 years ago that me as a salboa, ebi na atu ye no. Ya hudie a set na ye magana and I akofaba. And I always say Nanado antimi to me in 2008 coming in now. I think say God was preparing him for the corona time, because I don't know how NDC would have managed the corona if eketo or NDC remwa. And I make us say nya kansi aye hu ni papa. No, and then no Ghana for the leader, the kind of leadership Mahama ewo. Now, voice, I didn't me say how people can be convinced, especially educated people, regardless of how reckless these people can mismanage the economy and the country, and people can like be convinced. I mean, and when people are faking, who are now. Enti no obi ebe nyanya na nima wo ye true leader on na muwie mu na wo ye party the following day no. And you see, I will see Ralph like that guy, and people will be hailing him, and I'm a kind of Mahama tie no cover airplane or namsro no you say. Enti the following day did they see Mahama jubilating in the Jubilee House? And I know the omani who here. And I think the country, we are not angry enough, because we are not showing this man like the real impactor. This tragic and this painful thing, of course, the good people of Ghana. Because in Kiachene say, people are dying. You know, people are dying. And like you, instead of you to mourn with the people, call on the National Mourning Day, on the holiday, for us to mourn, for us to pray, for us to talk about, discuss this. You are here jubilating. Ese Antonio Monfrel, Adaya, John Mahama, any aje. Anye biano, Ghana for Mona Matu Abama, me Masumamo. Anye biana ni that's when you Anye biane, Ujan Funu. Ye try me con into means, ye me woody that means right at a minute. And into the Masia to Ama Media. You see, and NDC will continue to take us for a fool. omobeko so afa Ghana for agimi for. And now I am beginning to fear because they have started manipulating the educated ones, because now they are investing in people to go to school to come teach them how to use education to lie to the people. So you could see a reasonable person passing nipa we the nana dream the whole nipa we school me was some respect be a man as some of Bekano to convince. You see, and one most painful thing is our young guys and people coming from the SHS who don't know anything, who have not been through the pain and everything before, no, they follow the trend. They are better so I can or so the best thing that even NPP can give them, no, they will not see the impact of it, but then they will follow the trend. And me Daniel wants to say NPP. Ama bunu ya fatu ya so na say social media no ye boa ama nyoma we nyina daddy enye sanka NDC will use the social media to destroy this country. Boys, remember no so no me the manu besi wa na maka say we should just be united and then make sure that we will bring these people down. Enye say the omo back from say omo ya papa na ye say o ne mumu no omade bone omo ye no ye bema omoto daddy ama Ghana fo nyina ani ehu bi me da se bebre me nua.
That's a Ray. Thank you so much for that. For let's welcome Mayor Senyo on the official spokesperson for I think is the Housing and Urban Development Committee of the MPP. Sorry if I don't go to the name of the committee. Committee didn't do. I see Committee of Health. Now your name say health and one is simplicity and housing and develop. MPP voice. Mayor Senyo Akwaba is also aspiring to become the next regional youth organizer of the Volta region. I mean, inshallah, it's going to be. Mayor, where's up?
Yeah, like me fine.
Before I say the job,
I'm out by my fellow.
Mayor, my committee cried.
What happened?
Your committee's name. What do? It's hard to remember it.
Oh, I think it's simple. Housing and Urban Development Committee.
Housing and Urban
I
Development.
think it's very simple.
See, MPP's Committee of Health. Nah, some of all. All right, we're coming.
Anyway, well, good evening to you and good evening to all my other colleagues, including my senior men who are in the comment section watching us and everyone listening or watching you. And radio, Namina, I notice what about life na me show my main femo. Na my bad life kakrache until my main journey live session and I mean so may contribute on the topic for discussion.
It does.
I think the topic for discussion has to do with the president's insensitive posture that they've been displaying over the last few days or the last 5 to 6 days now. It's something that I am still wondering what the reason for the president being insensitive is. But that notwithstanding, we'll go into the issues. I've said time and time that what is happening today in terms of the flood, it is nothing new. The only difference is that this time around, the density of it in terms of the casualty is too much. However, the president who once promised us that he was going to see to it that the flood will be controlled, drainage system, retention, and other pond areas within the cities are, maintained to mitigate flood situations. He had not been able to fulfill all of these promises he made to us when he stood to politicize the flood situation in the last 3 years when he was in opposition. Debia and Pennyfor can say, Aba yedi botechino, and no yedi boba. And Joshua emrempino, and emrebebrino. Oben say oh ye bibia mpanyifo etaka say kai said dachi ni awo ye no one yen year ube repeat ni so or you reap what you are sowing. And almost friend say and so I don't know, but I think say you reap what you are you've sown. Yeah. And I think say and your man penny His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Oh, okay. Thank you. I think say His Excellency the President Nyoma onakasa edina no aka no enne Adani, sorry to say, Numi, he is not able to comprehend Adia AC. Ama, no krana nyamemo. If you look at the thing that has happened in terms of this flood, ama casualties, ama nipa dodo ewuno. It's not real. It has like mijuwa mentiasiye. Besi and up to date. They are still retrieving dead bodies from Alajo and other tributaries in terms of the seashores.
Yeah.
It will be someone who say, it's a John Dramani Mahama, Onuni Dipena Yabwa, it is synonymous to flood and death of people, flood and destruction. Flood and displaced of households. I didn't no pena the presidency dear. Ada June bebe bia yet things sempone. If I'm not lying, in the last month, June, they recorded over 50 deaths, including the recent ones. Because before Nani Monday the ABC, Adenta Adembi collapse wo ema nipa wu wo honom. Eno so na nsuo ya na eto. Kokomemle a new town area mo honom so. Yese building bi e collapse wo eno so na nsuo ya na eto. It will be someone who said aye den na ade papa yi pena ono ba the presidency pena yet is same way, but that is not even my worry. It is between Omoni and Nyame because eja almost see they have killed over whatever cows. I leave that to God to justify. But you see adia ehame Africa no pama kan ho asem and he said Usha, the presidency now, ye wo ne vice or ye oba. Na oba dear anka nim say the woman must be so compassionate to the sense say president no on to anamo enko hwe enko fododo a oma hwe mo nkwan and kofa oma show mu japade ni nyoma de anka ye maame professor na opoko ajiman oyo oba wetimi abai ne nemu da ayenya nye da anka onu de obetimi akwakohwe but because of a tremodin anti ono so 129 and see any of these areas. And basically, it is a worry to me. You see, I didn't see an swear. 3 days after or 2 days after, I'm going Thanksgiving service, prayers and Thanksgiving service. Now, nipa who fear. Now I come mountain puppet umpire, a grand nipa gusu ewu. Officer and Copa Besho Wakuma Mweti Opaibo, a grant Opae. I don't blame them, I blame the pastors who actually supported this idea and could not tell these people, say, Debbie, Mujani Amoyano. I blame the pastors. Now, fast forward, Monsha, the manifesto of John Dramani Mahama, the so-called scam manifesto, page 68. Papa promises say oba obeye nyoma baku beye 8 to 9 as far as drainage issues are concerned. Omo bisa mo hu say omo buy no omo timi aye baku kra mo ntimi anye nyane ha me ne say abra and some way see we are all talking about it say the number of people who have been displaced, the number of deaths are too high. Out of stupidity and madness, the NDC hurriedly is pushing a certain narrative. Say, and amunima, hey, I'm from Mumbetie, MPP for your mamu $350 million. Now, ome disikano Garrett project no sikano nenam Cecilia da pefie. Na me bisa me ho se na nkofo we ankasa no pa nyansa be ne wo muntrim. How can you be so insensitive after failing to perform your duties to see to it say must come flat tax force na makreti no omo ntimi anya dwuma no mo be blame omo no mo be blame MPP anya bia MPP ne wa be man. Is it MPP that is in charge? And you see, these guys, they are so clueless, they are so reckless, they are so insensitive that, and you must say, SCCR, just say, Mahama, ni squaw wako abrano opposition ni na aye PR. Ni remedials awako tro. Remedials after 2016 ye ka say wa bon na Kofi na ko tena fie no. Remedials awako ye ni na aye about settings and PR. Enti omo ba ye no. And somewhere CCE no. The only thing they can do is to use a PR to be pushing the Garrett issue. And me say me no want the platform so now be pushing sa Garrett issue now and fly. Because if indeed you care about the people, you will not be sweeping over 10 million into another account, whereas the work is on hold. Ya kaka na mo ka say mo diabetes can be akoye COVID nyama. Jimmy na ya ka say mo Jimmy NDC for the month here. Sorry for my language, but me I don't mean so some funso. Means to sort is some funso. Because I think that the NDC government is on a certain trajectory. Yan so mo at this time and push mo shua. You continue to be misbehaving. You continue to be misbehaving. And to me, dear, I think that as a member of the Housing and Urban Development Committee and a spokesperson for the committee, I would want to plead with all of us that let us own the responsibility of responding to every lie that will be peddled by the NDC. We know them. Of course, the World Bank approved some amount of money for us, which is the $350 million. Contracts were awarded to people out of $200 million. About 127 was disbursed. Now, and no crano. Sikana was some of Enfaman for crano. Did they even release all the funds to the people? Mose Kofono Muja, ma abrogate contract. How then would the work continue? For close to 18 months, you have laid hold on all this work. And when people are dying and we are talking about it, you want to now be reminding us of your own stupidity. Let's arm ourselves. and let's respond to them at any point in time. But Abraya responded to almost no. Yes, so as citizens of the country, we must see something and say something by way of ensuring that people do not litter our environment, by way of ensuring that people do not build in an unauthorized areas. People do not erect structures in flood areas. Because sabi uja sanko for we no mu ko sit down wo baby a flat area. So who down one a chia that in Shoniba minya ebeyi on also. So it is only proper said when you see some of these things, you talk about it, you report it. Me, as of today, there is one place I've identified in Accra in East Legon. I have been talking about it on any media platform I climb, and that is between Shares Amins in East Legon and the Shell filling station there. There is a big drainage system there. They are erecting structures on that drainage system, and I have called on the city authorities to come and demolish those structures. Ms. Remo, the solutions to making sure that the flood is reduced is by ensuring that we start little by little. Government will then pick it up, construct the drainage system that the Nanado Baumia government actually, brought on board as a policy to see to it that we mitigate the situation. The NDC must see to it that they continue that project, complete it to be able to mitigate the flood situation. Beyond that also, I am also of a firm belief that it is incumbent on Menewu to ensure that we preach about flood and its danger to people. Because it looks as if people don't know the dangers of flood. And I think that what happened on Monday, it should serve as a deterrent to all of us to learn from and preach about it. On this note, I want to say a big thank you